Hey, teacups, welcome to another live episode of Tea with Teash podcast. I'm your host, Teash. And of course, I have my Virginia sis, basically, all over again from last year, Miss Shayla Varnado. And I'm going to tell y'all something. She is really a marathon woman. She's really like that. She is the founder of Black Girls Wine, Hazel Jane Collection, membership to millions, host of Healed and Holy podcast, and she's the COO of the Black Girl Social Club. Listen, it don't get no busier than that. Do you understand? How are you?
I am so good. Thank you for having me. It's always a good time to come and talk to you. So I'm grateful to be here back in the chair.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? And now here we go again with these glasses. What's going on? Because I love them. You have several pair, and I idolize your selection. So what we got on today?
Thank you. Listen, girl, they're Zelo. So I am like, if I have to wear glasses forever, then they might as
Yeah,
well be super cute and I might as well have options. So,
you hear me?
they're like makeup. You just switch it up and then,
Yeah, and move on, right?
yep.
I understand that because now, from the last time we spoke, I am in an official bifocal now. So baby, I understand how you have to be cute and glam because you got to see. So you might as well do both. So you have been up to plenty since the last time I've spoken to you. You started the Hazel Jane Jewelry Collection. You're hosting a podcast, all these other things. How do you keep your life managed with being a wife and a new mommy? What's like? Give us some tips on that.
Child. I heard one of my favorite mom moguls, Emma, and she was like, it's not that you keep it all together or balanced. There's always a ball dropping somewhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And especially in the beginning. So,
Yeah.
like, I know people are always like, oh, you make it look easy. And I'm like, it's not. I am often overwhelmed, overstimulated, all the things.
Ooh.
Um, but for me, the season I'm kind of moving in now is I'm really trying to listen for where God wants me to focus,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So, membership to millions, for instance, God gave me that idea a year ago, and I've just been kind of like sitting on it. I've written it out, but I'm kind of sitting on it, right? And
Okay.
just kind of waiting for when God tells me to move. And based on what I'm praying for from Him, waiting for things to align. So,
Okay.
that's kind of how I stay
Yeah.
in the midst of it.
That is well said, honey, because you know a lot of us women, men too, but more focused on women, we wear a lot of different hats.
Mhm.
And there is really no downtime. Like you can take a small break, but there's not really a stop point where you can say, you know what, I'm gonna pencil this for 2 days from now.
Yep.
But we really have to make it work. So you have to incorporate God in that to keep you at a steady motion because if not, your head gonna come off, the house gonna burn up, the car might blow up, ain't nobody gonna eat. It's ridiculous. So you do it very well. Okay.
You listen, it is a daily journey. I am working on not saying I'm trying because I'm not
Yeah.
trying, I'm doing. But
Hmm.
it definitely is a daily journey and God has definitely graced me for it. I just continue to pray for patience and grace.
Okay. That patience, baby, that's something else, ain't it?
Listen.
So listen, girl. So we all know that you love wine. You even told me the last time we talked what certain wines are used for. I do remember that. And so therefore we need a little bit of insight on just a few wines because I drink Zinfandel and I drink it with whatever, however, whatever. But not really the rules, but what are certain wines used for like a dessert wine, a brunch wine, and just a regular old girl Kiki wine?
That's a good question.
Hmm.
So I feel like, and those kind of questions are always hard to answer because
Yeah.
it has different preferences and different palates, and never let anybody tell you that your palate is wrong. If it's something you
Okay.
prefer, then it's something you prefer, right? A good dessert wine I've had recently, I really like Taraji's Moscato. I love it.
Hmm.
Good. A good Kiki wine I've had recently. I enjoyed. I just recently tried Meghan Markle's rosé.
I didn't know she had one.
Yeah, so Meghan Markle has a rosé, and I like it. It's perfect. I eat a lot of salad, so it's
Uh-huh.
to go with salad. So
Okay.
that's a good one. And then I'm trying to think of another one I've had
Because
recently.
you have so many that you've
For
tried,
me,
girl.
right?
We're
For
back.
me, For me, breakfast wines. I like my bubbles in the morning.
Okay.
I'm not super picky. I think I've got a couple of bottles from Cooper's Hawk in the house, and like I'll pop those open if people are over. And I like bubbles. You can add orange juice if you want a mimosa. I don't need the orange juice, so
Okay.
I'm good with just the bubbles. So I'm a bubbles girl first thing in the morning.
Okay. So speaking of Taraji, so you went to her seven daughters wine. It was like a whole thing. And I believe she was showcasing it or advertising it. So
Yeah.
you got a chance to actually meet her. What was she like?
She's exactly the way she is in like all of her interviews and everything. She is like so down to earth. She is definitely a girl's girl, like very relatable, very like the conversation between us flows. And it's not even just us, like watching her with other people.
Yeah.
You know, celebrities definitely have to have a different level of grace for
Oh yeah.
their journey because people are like really crazy. And
Mm.
they can, like,
Did
try.
somebody try to run up on her?
Well, it's like when the event was over, the people were like trying to, like, they still wanted to be there. So they were like
Right.
trying to block off the hallway, and it was like a whole thing. And it's just like, I'm reminded when I meet them about their humanity, right? Like the
Yeah.
same thing when I got to meet Cedric in person after we did our virtual tasting event together. I'm reminded of their humanity because I'm just like, they people just like us. I know he want to go home. I know she tired, right?
Yeah.
And so the more I have the opportunity to be in the vicinity, I don't know why God is opening those doors, but He is. And so I
Yes. Amen.
tried. And for me, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm here, but I recognize that you are human. So I am here
Yeah.
to work with you and be a part of the team for the day as a creator, as a marketing professional, and go from there. I try not to overcrowd them. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I got to get a picture. Like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then I mean, y'all
Yeah.
see the videos, y'all see the stories, y'all know I was there, you know?
Okay. I ain't got to lie to you. You won't play
Right.
with you
I'm
over
like,
here. Yeah.
it's like not a thing for me. Like, I don't care. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm good. So
Okay.
amazing.
Well, it looks like it was a good time. And it was actually her bottle signing. So
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you had you a good old bottle sign, maybe even two. I'm just glad you were able to get into the room and be a part of something such as that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I was excited. I was really resting in gratitude. I like to listen to music when I'm on my way places, and I cannot listen to gospel because I'm a cry worshiper, right?
Yeah.
And so I could not listen to any worship music going up because I knew I would just burst into tears because there's
Oh,
like a gratitude that, God graced me to build this platform just using my personality, like who I am.
yeah.
And then the doors continue to open because I show up and I'm just me. And I'm
Yeah.
grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that.
And you are amazing. People don't know that we actually met because last year I was like, you know what? I like her. I love what she's doing. Who doesn't like wine? I love her glasses. I love what she stands for and represents. Let me ask her to be on the show, and you did with no extra thought, and I appreciate it. Even this time around, I'm like, it's been a year. Let me try to get my girl again, even though she's super busy with these retreats and things going on. Honey, I said, let me get ready to see if I can get her on here, and you were amazing to say, you know what, we can run it again. So I appreciate it. I want to make sure that I say that multiple times because you are somewhat of a shero. Just because you are out here whipping and dipping, you got all these businesses, just things that you're flourishing in, and it's like, how could you not want to speak to someone of that caliber? Just saying, you're prayerful, but you also step out and do your thing gracefully. So, I had to be a part of that latch on, if you will.
Oh, thank you. Teach, listen, you
Of course.
you are amazing and doing big things too. Your consistency with this podcast is admirable, honey, because it's a lot of
Girl.
it's a lot of work.
It is. You're right. And hey, even when I want to step out and interview certain people, like you said, folks are human. I still try not to get to that level where I want to pass out especially when I talk to Brayley Evans. Um, we just got finished chatting a little bit, which something amazing is coming from that. But it's just like I'm able to really talk to certain people like I know them or like, they're human. They get tired. They put their pants on one leg at a time.
Yep.
And, so you definitely have to thank God for those opportunities, but still understand these are human people.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
give it a little bit, keep some and just, move on. Um, Speaking of Black Girls Wine, which I thought I spoke about, maybe I didn't, I don't know. But what was your vision for Black Girls Wine when you first started the organization? What did you want that to be?
So, Black Girls Wine, when I launched Black Girls Wine, it was meant to be a platform and a destination. I didn't know what God wanted it to be. It
Yeah,
was never a it was never a me thing. Like I people who've been following a while will know. Like I grew up in a very dry household, and I'm actually
yeah,
not a heavy drinker. Like I'm into wine, and
yeah,
I'm into like I socially drink. I
yeah.
drink for the show. I drink for content, but I actually don't like. I'm not an everyday drinker. I drink
Okay,
water on a day to day. So
yeah,
starting Black Girls Wine was like I looked around and it was like I heard God say like do this, and I'm like do what now? And
okay,
it definitely was meant to be a platform, but I know that, God chose me because he knew he could trust me with it. And I am here to be a light in this industry. I enjoy wine. I'm definitely a wine nerd. I love
yeah,
talking about it. I love being immersed at the wineries and like hearing all the knowledge and then coming back and being able to share some of that and welcome other people who look like me into the industry because there's not a lot of us. And
mm-mm,
so I think my vision was just to give a voice to women of color here in the wine industry and to provide a place where they feel safe coming to learn about wine. And with Black Girls Wine Society, originally when I launched it, it was just to take this lifestyle brand and turn and take the community offline. Um,
okay.
and we did so successfully. For 3 years, we served over 1,000 Black women. We refilled their glasses. I always say,
Over and over with a good old clean.
listen, it was a good time. We ended up with over 70 chapters at one point, went international, and it was great. Lots
Girl,
of events, and now as COO at the Black Girl Social Club, I get to do the same thing, just not a reward.
yeah.
So it's fun.
You're amazing, honey, because like I said, everybody can't do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You are very much business oriented. You have multiple businesses that you're managing, and you are, like I said, very stellar. So I'm glad that you are able to bring certain things like that to women in the community because everyone needs some form of a fellowship. And
Hmm.
you definitely bring that and welcome all. So I love that for you, honestly, and everybody that's a part. So,
Yeah.
about this Hazel Jane collection, which is your personal baby of jewelry, you understand? Okay, tease on that. So, how close is it to your heart? Is it inspired by someone in particular?
Yes. So
Okay,
Little Jane jewelry, and I'm getting ready to look, getting ready to expand. You'll see some changes and updates coming from that.
okay.
As we kind of get ready for a soft relaunch. All of my stuff got stuck when the current administration made some tariff
Oh,
decisions, and
yeah.
I did not get my last shipment, so that kind of slowed things down for that brand. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm very, very inspired by the women in my family. My mother and grandmother were big jewelry lovers. I'm a big jewelry lover. I've got a ton of,
Yeah.
and for us, it's always been just that last layer that you add on that kind of right. It's that ramp up of your confidence. Like
Mm-hmm.
look,
Yeah.
and then you pull it together with the right pieces. And my grandmother and my mom, like they were huge on that and instilled it in me, instilled it in my sister. And so this brand is about building legacy for me. I don't have any expectation for my son to continue it if he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Anything like that. But for me, it's about just continuing that legacy and making women feel good. So I was a wardrobe stylist for years. I helped
Okay.
women get dressed, reinvent their closet, reinvent themselves after baby, reinvent themselves for promotions. And consistently, what I would see is women never have the pieces they need in their closet when it comes to jewelry. And
Right,
it was
girl.
like, okay, let me help you guys by providing exactly what you need, right? And being that resource for that. The way that I was raised, you never leave the house.
Okay.
So
For real. Now you can either dress up or dress down or whatever, but you have to have a good old accessory on.
gotta have
Like anybody, especially a Leo like me, baby, I got to have it.
it.
So I'm sure it's so rewarding to you to see people, putting in their orders, wearing your jewelry, tagging you like, hey girl, look at this. I was able to match it with this, and this. And who doesn't like silver? Now we can do a good old gold piece, but silver is such a statement piece as well. And I've seen the things that you got slanging around. So we're excited to see more, honey, because
Yeah.
people got to get into it. They really do. And the earrings that you have on right now are such a delight. Would you like to show them again to the people in the back?
Yeah.
Those are cute, real dainty.
Look, teardrop with a lab created diamond.
Yes. So what inspires the creation of what shapes or what sizes and things like that? Because it's got to be something where you're like, you know what, I have an eye for that. Let's do this, or this. Like what? How does that happen?
For me, it's about having pieces you can throw on every day, regardless of what you're wearing. So,
Yes.
um, that's why I'm thinking about incorporating a little more color, maybe even bringing in some gold and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But the focus is to make sure it's stuff you can wear every day. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm wearing, I can throw this
Mm-hmm.
on, right? Like the new double stud, that's what this one is. It's
Mm-hmm.
able to throw it on. I always have on like our Mary bracelet that has the gold,
Cute.
right? And so having stuff that can be worn without effortlessly,
Yeah.
to think about it. So whether you have on a cute little like workout set because you're dropping the kid off at daycare, like me and the,
Uh-huh.
or you have a couple of meetings lined up and you've got some work stuff and you need to pull it all together. Um,
Yeah.
that's kind of where my inspiration comes from when it comes to like selecting the right pieces for the store.
Okay. So, what are your most popular sets? Because again, you want something you can just grab and go. Like when you pick up your keys, you're like, okay, let me throw these on real quick. So, would you say more of a stud look, more of a dangle? What do the girls really come to you for?
Yeah, so the girls love the studs. They love the hoops. We've got some really good hoops in. And then the Mary set was really popular. So it was a
Okay.
gold stud with a silver hoop in it.
Cute.
I wish I had had it.
She said, let me try to find one before I can show it to you real quick.
Look, I'm like, dang it. So the Mary
Okay.
has a gold loop, but it's a silver necklace, and then the matching
Mhm.
bracelet has the gold knots, but it's a silver necklace.
That's real cute.
That was a really popular one. The ladies love the mixed metal, and I actually love mixing my metals too. So there's
Hmm.
more of that coming. But our hoops have been our top seller.
Okay, because again, us girls love a good old nasty hoop, whether it's small, medium, or large, or down to your knees, honey. We love a good hoop. I know I have several, and I can't get enough of them. And especially with short hair or a rounder face, you got to throw them on from time to time, and it almost makes you feel like Michael Jackson bad when you put on a hoop.
It
And
does.
don't get to
It does.
play with the lip gloss, or girl, it makes you feel different. You understand?
You did.
So exactly that whole part. So how can the people follow up with you? Because like I said, you have so many businesses, so many pages. How can the people keep up with you, especially for the jewelry?
So for the jewelry, it's Hazel Jane Collection. Everything's spelled phonetically correct. Hazel Jane Connect Collection. On Instagram and Facebook. And you can always follow me, Shayla Renato. I try to tag in all of my stuff when it's posted or
Yes.
whatever. So you can keep up with what's going on just around the brands.
Hmm. And we want some more wine reviews too, because I know you be doing them, and some of them I catch, some of them I miss, but you always keep them posted on your page. So what's the next wine that we're gonna review? Do you know yet?
So I don't know yet, and I actually was just looking over here at some of my stuff because I'm like, oh, I got some over here I haven't had. I think I'm gonna wrap up the end of the summer series and do a rosé or two, a couple of white
Okay.
before we get into fall. It in Virginia, it stays hot a long time in the South, so
Yeah.
we're not pulling out winter reds until December.
Okay,
So I'm
girl.
gonna do some like easing into the end of summer kind of things for the next couple episodes. And I hadn't been going live because people hadn't been joining necessarily, but I think I might
Yeah.
get back to it. We'll see.
Okay, well, again, we'll stay in tune and in touch.
Yeah.
So, really quickly, what is a fun fact about Shayla that people think they know, but they don't quite know?
Oh. So a fun fact about me is that I'm actually introverted. I present with extroverted tendencies because I'm really good
Yeah.
on camera. But I think that comes from just being a church kid. Like, I grew up in church. Our church was huge when I was
Hmm.
thousands of members. So you're
Oh
talking
my
about a 13 or
God.
14-year-old who had to get up and do the welcome and say the prayer. And like,
Yeah.
I'm used to being on camera / in front of people. So
Yeah.
I present well, but I'm actually introverted. So if you see me in public, please come speak because I am
Okay.
not going to come out of my shell to do that.
Right. Okay. Well, that's good enough. I mean, I consider myself an extroverted introvert. So the older I get, I am still a Leo for sure, but I have dialed it back a whole lot, honey. I don't really like to mess around. I like to be in the house, Netflix, and then chilling, binge watching. Baby, I like to be alone. You understand? Like sometimes I want to be alone. But again, that just comes with age. So I just
And
be
kids
chilling
get
now.
too. I could just be getting more introverted as I get older.
Girl, yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, listen, honey, I know that you have a whole lot to do, but I definitely want to thank you for teeing with me today because it's been over a year and you set out some time for me. So, is there anything else that you want to tell everybody before we head out? Because again, you're a superstar, child. You got stuff going on. So they need to know about it. They
Well,
need to know about it.
you know, like, I appreciate you for sharing this platform with your teacups. I appreciate being
Which you are one twice now.
yeah. You guys want to drink with me soon this December? Carlita, um, follow the leader on IG, and I are actually going to be hosting a big wine tasting around Christmas time in Charlottesville.
Oh,
And we're going to put together, we have a full weekend itinerary that we're finalizing now. So if anybody's interested in coming
yes.
and having a sip with us and just hanging out with us all weekend, it is happening this December. So stay tuned over on Black Girls Wine.
Okay, because you heard what she said. All right, my dear. Well, as I tell everybody at the end of every show, make sure that you keep enough room in your teacups for new tea. Me and Shayla are out of here. We got stuff going on. Have an amazing week ahead. And we'll tea with you again soon. Bye. Have a good day.